Guys, Welsknight here, bringing you the next episode in my Minecraft 1.8 single-player survival series. Last time, we dug a big long tunnel. We ran into a couple ravines and things that sidetracked us a bit. But basically, we dug out the tunnel, the pathway for where our minecart track is going to go. So, this episode, we get to actually make the track. So that's pretty cool. Now, I'm looking at this, and I don't know if I'm going to have enough powered rails. I think I am missing gold, and that I will not have enough to complete it. But I'll at least get a start on it, and then I'll finish it off camera for you guys. That way, first of all, you don't have to watch me lay tracks for 500 blocks or whatever it is, and you'll at least have the general idea of how this will work. So, the first thing that you want to do when you're laying a minecart track is you want to lay the end track. And I always lay it right there. You want your end track probably to be a powered rail. There's a few different ways you can do it, but basically a power rail, if it's not powered with a redstone signal, will act as a brake for a minecart that ends on it. So then, you want to start laying tracks like so. Now, it should be noted that a track cannot go down an elevation like this and turn on the same block. So you'd have to turn and then start going down. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to lay these. I always lay all my normal tracks, or at least a good chunk of them, and then I worry about the redstone tracks. So we'll just keep plopping these down. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to have enough to finish this, but that's okay. So you lay them like so. And actually, we should probably put up another torch right there, because we don't want mobs spawning in the middle of our track. That's never a good thing. There's one of the caves that we ran into earlier. Throw a torch up right there too. And we'll just keep laying these down. It's a fairly long and rather boring process, but the final result is pretty fun, because you can do this a lot of different ways. This is about as simple as minecart tracks get. Nothing fancy. But we'll just lay these down like so until we run out, which will be pretty quickly here actually. And then we need to go up, 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 oh, and like so. Alright, so we've got a nice little minecart track here. It obviously doesn't go all the way back. In fact, it's still got quite a ways to go. I should probably seal this off as well, but I'll do that later. I'll worry about that another time. Now, what you want to make sure you do is you need to make sure that your rails are powered, otherwise they will not go anywhere. And obviously, you want your rails to go places. So, what we're going to do, the way that I like to do it, is I like to dig out I like to lay 3 powered rails just like this. However, powered rails, in order for them to work, they need to be powered with a redstone signal. So what I do is I dig down 2 blocks in the middle, lay a redstone torch, put a block on top, and then lay a powered rail. And a redstone torch can power, I think it's up to like 6 rails in any given direction or something like that. It gets pretty ridiculous, but you don't need to lay that many rails in order for this to work out. Now, anytime you're going up a hill, you do want to lay some powered rails so that your minecart can have enough momentum to go up this little elevation change. But if you're not going up a hill, you don't have to space them that far or that close together. You can spread them out a fairly reasonable distance. like so. Especially when you lay 3 rails, 1, 2, 3, you can go down to, I don't have an exact number, but I usually space them out. I mean, you can see my 3 rails way over there in the distance. And your minecart might have a little bit of slowdown, but it's not a massive amount, and I mean, it ends up being pretty minimal. So I don't worry about it too much. As I said, I usually spread them out pretty well, and one of the wonderful things about a minecart system, it's not just about getting places faster. I mean, that's obviously a benefit, but it's also about getting to places in such a way that you can't get lost. Navigation is just a huge benefit. Now you'll see we're going to be going up a hill right here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, we'll do this right before the hill. Lay that down, lay one there, like so. And then that'll push us up the hill to right about here or so. And then that'll take us till we get to this big old hill. Now, this one, we're going to end up placing some of these directly on the hill. So let's go and put a torch there and some tracks here, and that'll probably get us to about here or so before we start running into slowdown. So we're going to put a torch there, which will power this block, and then we'll make those 3 powered rails, which should get us up the hill no problem. And then we'll make these 3 powered rails as well. And just for good measure, we'll put another powered rail right here, like so. Alright, so we've got a nice little minecart system. I do have iron ingots on. Okay, so to make a minecart, you basically do the it's similar to it's basically an upside down helmet. It looks like that. That's a minecart. So then you take a minecart, you put it down, left click to get inside, and then you can kind of manually push it yourself, but once you hit powered rails, you don't have to push anything. It just goes all on its own. And it will go down hills by itself without any extra boost, but going up hills it runs into some problems. So you can see we're moving much faster than we would be if we were just running right now or walking. You can look and see how fast we're moving through these little elevation changes. Now, at the once you reach the end, you can dismount, just whack it with a sword, and that will automatically put it back. Now, one thing you do want to test is also, you want to make sure when you're going back, you've got enough momentum with the powered rails to get you to where you want to go. So we're going to test it out going the other way as well, just to make sure we have enough to get us up the hills and whatnot. And back into the minecart station that we constructed. So here we made it up that hill no problem. Made it up this hill no problem. And up that hill no problem. So there we go. We have enough to get us back to our station to where we want to go. And that is definitely what we were looking for. So that's excellent. Now, this minecart track, you've seen how I do it. I'll just finish it off camera so that you guys don't have to watch me lay a bunch more blocks. But I do want to do a little bit of exploring this episode. Oh, there's a crafting table right there. I didn't even notice it. I do want to explore that abandoned mine a little bit. And that was down one of these ways. I think it was this way. It's around here somewhere. Nope, not that way. Must have been, I must have taken a wrong turn. That's alright though. I have it, actually I think I have it marked with signs now that I think about it. Let's see. Must have been digging out something over there. That's also, where is my abandoned mine? There's a lot of granite in here. I can make use of that later. Abandoned mine! Where are you? Oh! Oh, hey, skeleton. Die. Alright. It says 2 abandoned mines, so this is definitely the right hole, because I remember marking it with a sign. It's not this way. Is it down here? I thought I remembered. Ah, maybe I closed it off. In fact, I must have to get back up there. Yeah, I made a little staircase down to it, I guess. And didn't realize that I had done so. So, I guess I have broken one of the rules of Minecraft, which is that you should probably remember when you build stuff. So, we'll just come down this little lovely staircase that I made, getting to the abandoned mine. And then we'll see if we can find it again. I know it's down here somewhere. In fact, it is right there. So we've got an abandoned mine. Now there's a few different things that you can find in abandoned mines. Cobwebs are one of them, which can be very useful. You can break them with a sword, and they give you string if you do that. It is actually possible to harvest cobwebs themselves if you have a pickaxe or something, or a sword, or whatever it is. If you have something that has the silk touch enchantment on it. Also, you can find fence posts and wooden blocks in abandoned mines, which is not generally very useful because they're pretty easily obtained elsewhere. But if you're in like a desert biome or something and there's no trees, it can come in handy to know that there is wood available at the bottom of abandoned mines. And of course, in abandoned mines, you can also find ore, because it is a mine. And that can be very helpful. Gold seems to be pretty prevalent in them. You can see there's a lot of iron down here. There's some redstone over there. There's all sorts of good stuff down here. Also, in abandoned mines, since it is a mine, you will find mine carts and minecart tracks in a lot of places. The gold I'm going to grab. I'm not going to worry about anything beyond gold, and the only reason I need the gold is so that I can complete that minecart track that we've been working on for the last couple episodes. And I seem... Oh! That is lava. That is lava, guys. Oh! That was close. Okay. We're fine. We're okay. We're good. Woosah. Okay. Yeah. Gold ore. Always good. In most abandoned mines, you will find minecarts and minecart tracks, which can be very useful. I strongly encourage you, anytime you're going exploring, bring a bucket of water with you, because then you can do things like this to get rid of that pesky lava that will otherwise make your day fairly miserable. Plus, you can then turn it into obsidian and mine that. So that's always a good ability to have. And we'll just throw a torch up there too. I just want to find basically a minecart track in here, and then I'm going to go ahead and end it. But oh, speaking of which, minecart tracks right here. Now these are not functional in their current state, but you can repair them if you want to. That's up to you. I usually just take them and use them myself wherever I want. They get harvested very quickly and easily with a pickaxe, because they are made primarily out of iron. And you can find a pretty good number of minecart tracks in these. You will also find occasionally, if you're lucky, by following minecart tracks or by just stumbling across them through sheer dumb luck, minecarts with chests. And those chests can contain some pretty useful stuff, namely seeds like pumpkin or melon seeds. And since melons normally only spawn in jungle biomes, it is very useful to have another place where you may be able to find them. So I strongly encourage you, if you stumble across an abandoned mine, make use of it, explore it, grab the good stuff. In survival mode, you got to use everything available to you. Last but not least, in abandoned mines, you will find a mob spawner. It will spawn cave spiders, which look slightly different than normal spiders, and they're much nicer than normal spiders. Normal spiders just kind of like attack you. Cave spiders, on the other hand, are much gentler and kinder. They poison you. So be careful if you are looking for cave spiders. You will find a mob spawner in every abandoned mine somewhere. And for the record, when you're looking at abandoned mines, they often continue in directions that you can't see. Like if you dig through somewhere, they just kind of keep going and on and on and on and on and on. So you know, explore them thoroughly, dig around a little bit, you'll find stuff. But that mob spawner is one is very useful to have in survival mode, because unlike creative mode, where you can just suddenly poof a mob spawner into existence, you cannot do that in survival mode. And the other thing in survival mode is mob spawners are not able to be picked up and moved with Silk Touch. Or with any legitimate means. There's mods where you can do it, or just create your own, but there's no way to do it in survival mode unless you are using some sort of mod or cheats. So be aware of that. And yeah, but see, this is a perfect example. This is a whole area of this mine that I had not explored, and I had to dig a little bit to get to it. Like up here as well. Oh, and there are some of those minecart chests. So we've got an enchantment book, we've got pumpkin seeds, we've got melon seeds, redstone, a saddle for if I find a horse. I mean, there's good stuff here, guys. Make sure you are using this stuff. We will grab the chest and the minecart. Minecarts do not stack in your inventory, unfortunately, but that's okay. What do I not need in here? I do not need the spider eye or the bow at the moment. I do, however, need some more torches, so we'll make those. But now you've seen some of the basics of some of the things you can find here in a mine shaft. You will know the mob spawner when you see it. It will usually be in a hallway, and it will be surrounded with cobwebs. You'll have to cut through a ton of cobwebs to get to them. But now that we've explored this mine shaft a little bit, I think this is a good place to go ahead and end the episode. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and or leave me a comment. It really helps keep me motivated to keep making these. And this is a cave spider. See how it's faster and I am now poisoned? You can look at my heart bar there and see that I am dying. Oh, that's creepers. Those are creepers. Okay. Oh. Whew. Yeah. So, be careful when you explore mines, guys. They can be dangerous. Just be aware of that. And actually, see all those cobwebs? That is the mob spawner right there. It's right up here. It's going to keep spitting things out at me. So I'm going to get the heck out of here while I still can. Before these mobs kill me, like this cave spider is trying to... Why? Ah! Also, cave spiders are capable of going through and spawning in 1 block spaces. Normal spiders cannot do that, so be aware. They just keep coming for me. They're after me, guys. They are after me, and I want no part of it at the moment. So we're just going to call that good. I'm going to go ahead and call it an episode right here. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, or leave a comment. Once again, it does help keep me motivated, and your feedback helps me improve my channel. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.